Speech by Thomas Wentworth. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Rachel Linton, Bristol, UK. Speech given to the House of Lords on the 13th of April 1641 by Thomas Wentworth, 1st Earl of Strafford. My Lords, this day I stand before you charged with high treason. The burden of the charge is heavy, yet far the more so because it hath borrowed the authority of the House of Commons. If they were not interested, I might expect a no less easy than I do a safe issue. But let neither my weakness plead my innocence, nor their power my guilt. If your lordships will conceive of my defences as they are in themselves, without reference to either party, and I shall endeavour so to present them, I hope to go hence as clearly justified by you as I now am in the testimony of a good conscience by myself. My lords, I have all along during this charge watched to see that poisoned arrow of treason which some men would fain have feathered in my heart. But in truth it hath not been my quickness to discover any such evil yet within my breast, though now perhaps by sinister information sticking to my clothes. They tell me of a twofold treason, one against the statute, another by the common law. This direct, that consecutive, this individual, that accumulative, this in itself, that by way of construction. As to this charge of treason, I must and do acknowledge that if I had the least suspicion of my own guilt, I would save your lordships the pains. I would cast the first stone, I would pass the first sentence of condemnation against myself, and whether it be so or not, I now refer to your lordships' judgment and deliberation. You, and you only, under the care and protection of my gracious master, are my judges. Under favour, none of the commons are my peers, nor can they be my judges. I shall ever celebrate the providence and wisdom of your noble ancestors, who have put the keys of life and death, so far as concerns you and your posterity, into your own hands. None but your own selves, my lords, know the rate of your noble blood. None but yourselves must hold the balance in disputing of the same. I shall now proceed in repeating my defences as they are reducible to the two main points of treason, and 1. For treason against the statute, which is the only treason in effect. There is nothing alleged for that but the 15th, 22nd, and 27th articles. Here the Earl brought forth the replies which he had previously made to these articles, which contained all the charges of individual acts of treason. The 15th article affirmed that he had inverted the ordinary course of justice in Ireland, and given immediate sentence upon the lands and goods of the king's subjects, under pretence of disobedience, had used a military way for redressing the contempt, and laid soldiers upon the lands and goods of the king's subjects to their utter ruin. There was a deficiency of proofs as to the facts alleged. The Earl declared that the customs of England differed exceedingly from those of Ireland, and therefore, though cessing of men might seem strange here, it was not so there, and that nothing was more common there than for the governors to appoint soldiers to put all matters of sentences into execution, as he proved by the testimony of Lord Dillon, Sir Adam Loftus, and Sir Arthur Terringham. The 27th article charged him with having, as Lieutenant General, charged on the county of York 8d. a day for supporting the train bands of said county during 1 month, when called out, and having issued his warrants without legal authority for the collection of the same. The Earl replied that this money was freely and voluntarily offered by them of Yorkshire in a petition, and that he had done nothing but on the petition of the county, the king's special command
Sample complete. Ready to continue?